Right, here we go for the final session on day 2 of the SENER Age Group Championships at the John Charles Centre in Leeds. So all the best of the morning swimmers return for the finals. We'll have finals for the 11 and 12-year-olds first in our grouping, then 13 years and then the 14 years. So, for example, event 1, 2 and 3 this afternoon will be the boys 11 to 12-year-old 400 freestyle, and the 400 meters freestyle for the 13 years, and the 400 free for the 14 years, and then we're on to the 100 free for girls, etc., all the way through in the afternoon. Looking for some really quick times this afternoon. We saw quite a few yesterday, and hopefully something of the same in the final session tonight. We'll conclude, of course, with the sprints. It will be the boys 50 backstroke and the girls 50 butterfly. All going to take you about an hour and a quarter, I suppose. Probably be done by about 4:45, so stick around. However you're watching this on YouTube, whether it's on your phone or on your tablet or through your telly, we are ready to go for the afternoon session.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to John Charles Centre of Sport here in Leeds. For our final afternoon of finals. Before we start, I'd like to take this opportunity and ask you to join me in saying a massive thank you to all the volunteers, officials, coaches and team managers who have made these championships possible. We start this afternoon with the boys 11 and 12 years, 400 metre freestyle. In lane 0, Angelo Gianni Contini from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 1, Karosh Kulipar from the City of Leeds. In lane 2, Thomas Wilkinson from the City of Sheffield. In lane 3, James Plant from the Borough of Kirklees. In lane 4, Thomas McDermott from Middlesbrough. In lane 5, Luke McGee from the City of Sunderland. In lane 6, William Morris from Middlesbrough. In lane 7, Shane Wood from Hartlepool. In lane 8, Alfie Maguire from the City of Sunderland. And in lane 9, Samuel Antrobus from the Borough of Stockton. You are now under the control of the referee.
So this morning we had 4 swimmers go sub 5 minutes. Hopefully we might see a few more in the final session here. 11 to 12 years 400 freestyle. I've got a 450 dead for Thomas McDermott down as a potential personal best from this morning. So I wonder how much more there is in the tank for him to improve upon. Lou McGee, another the 450 brigade, along with James Plant and William Morris. It will be good to see those who are just on the cusp of getting below 5. Thomas Wilkinson, for example, Shea Wood getting down there as well. Now, how are they going to choose to swim this final? Might be slightly differently to how they swam it this morning. Alfie Maguire of City of Sunderland's got off very quickly indeed in lane number 8, and he'll lead by half a second from Luke McGee. Then with James Plant in 3rd place and Thomas Wilkinson in 4th. But just to hark back to what we saw this morning, very often the 200 at the beginning doesn't replicate what happens in the 200 that follows. But it's an interesting tactic here by Alfie Maguire to go and try and break the back of the field and get a big lead. Let's see if the work he's been doing allows him to hold on. Well, he is holding on at the moment. Marginally, that is, from lane 5, Luke McGee. So the Sunderland swimmers are 1 and 2 at the moment. Alfie Maguire in 8, and Luke McGee in 5, and William Morris of Middlesbrough, and Thomas McDermott of Middlesbrough. So it's a northeast posse at the moment. Sunderland 1 and 2, and they're very close together, as you can see, 150 very little to choose between Luke McGee, who's I think got to the front of the field now, just ahead of Alfie Maguire. Not much between them though. Sunderland 1-2, Hillsborough 3-4, and James Plant at Borough Kirklees coming in 5th place at 150, so not even halfway yet. But the two Sunderland swimmers who are dominating, but the gap certainly between 2nd, 3rd and 4th is closing all the time. Our leader is now opening up a bit of an advantage, Luke McGee that is, in 6th, but then the next 3 are all pretty much in a line. Alfie Maguire is not able to hold on because William Morris is coming back. Thomas McDermott is coming back at him. But our leader from Sunderland is looking very strong indeed with a 4:54.60 entry time. This will be the 200 stage for McGee. You see Thomas McDermott, fastest this morning, is starting to make his move, but he's a long, long way behind at the moment. Remember, we're only just over halfway, so there's still plenty of time for our swimmer in lane 4 to catch up with our front runner Luke McGee. He and William Morris have got a little bit to do if they're going to overhaul the 12-year-old in lane number 5, who's got about 2 to 3 body lengths advantage. The next 2 are very tight together. They're probably going to turn almost identical times. That's Maguire and Plant, but our leader still got a big lead. There will be 100 to go when they turn next time, and it's difficult unless he blows up to see anybody really getting past Luke McGee in lane number 5. Battle for 2nd place, though, is a very strong one between William Morris and Thomas McDermott. McDermott closest to us. William Morris in 6th, but our leader, with 100 to go, has quite a distinct advantage with just 2 more lengths to this final to go. And quite an advantage on the clock as well. 3.24 seconds. That should be defendable, because the others are racing each other and not doing anything really to close that lead on Luke McGee. But 4:54 this morning. Well, he'll be looking to go considerably quicker than that tonight. That seems to have plenty in reserve. 2nd place, they're pretty much locked together and have been for a long, long time. Not making any appreciable inroads into that lead. Still 2 to 3, getting on for 4 body lengths. Last 50 turn for Luke McGee of City of Sunderland. Gap is almost 4 seconds. Tight though between 2nd and 3rd. But our winner, well, there's no DQ of course, very much short and has looked that way for quite some time now, Luke McGee. Now, could he get down around about the 450s? Which would be a good drop down from where he was this morning. Well, he's going to be well inside 450. 440 something. 442, 3, 4. 442. Yes, yes, yes. Very good indeed. 442. That's a massive drop down in time. Let's have a quick look and see what his entry time was, actually. Which I might do if we have some time. I'll do that for you shortly, but our winner, Thomas McDermott in 2nd place, William Morris in 3rd, and a very comprehensive victory it was for our winner there.
Well done, swimmers. We now move on to our next final. This is the boys' 13 years 400-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Luke Booth from Rotherham Metro. In lane 1, Dominic Mathias from the City of Leeds. In lane 2, Harvey Pennington from Skipton. In lane 3, Cameron Green from the City of Bradford. In lane In lane 6, Harry Courtney from Tynedale. In lane 7, Lucas Walligora from Harrogate. In lane 8, Benjamin Rogers from the borough of Stockton. And in lane 9, George Knowles from the City of Leeds. You are now under the control of the referee.
Just going back to that first final, by the way. Previous entry time for our winner, 4:48.50, finished at a 4:42.9. So looks like that is a sizable improvement on what he has done previously. Well done, Luke McGee. So on to the 13 years, 400 freestyle. William Baines was some 6 seconds quicker than anybody else in the 13-year category this morning. So we should be looking at a sub 4:30 hopefully from him, and maybe from Curtis Harper and Cameron Green, or will there be a surprise jumping out of the pack? Well, surprise at the moment is lane 5, not too much of a surprise from Curtis Harper of City of Sheffield, who will be just ahead of William Baines after 50, and Cameron Green. That's your 1, 2, 3, separated by less than a second at the 50. And just putting a little bit more in lane 4 to try and take the lead before the 100 split is William Baines, Borough Stockton. So 4:28 this morning, but being flanked either side by the Sheffield swimmer with the red cap, Curtis Harper, and nearest us, Cameron Green of City of Bradford. And not able to shake either of those two off yet. Second separates less than a second between 1 and 3. And the battle further down the field for the other placings, but the top 3 are broken clear. And the leader starting to open up a little bit of advantage, not an unassailable one as yet. William Baines, 13 years of age this year, from Borough of Stockton, has getting on for a body length advantage, not a winning one yet over Curtis Harper. Cameron Green holding on in 3rd place. Then we have a bit of a gap, so you can see 2 seconds separates Baines and Green in 3rd. And this is where our leader looks to push on. Not being totally shrugged off yet is Curtis Harper, and about the same distance back in 3rd place is Cameron Green. But our leader is looking very strong, putting that extra effort in, lifting himself out of the water. You see the intensity that's going into that stroke, and the advantage says he's got a nice comfortable margin. Again, it's not quite a winning one yet, halfway, but it's not bad. 2.05, and I think Cameron Green coming back at Curtis Harper now in the second half of the race. Nobody getting close to those 3 though. They've broken away early doors, and that's the way it's staying. 2:50. Here comes the split for our leader. He was 2 seconds in advance of 2nd place, now 3 seconds clear of Curtis Harper, with Cameron Green in 3rd place. That lead, if anything, looks to be visibly getting bigger, with William Baines deciding that he'll ram home the advantage that he had from this morning, which was 6 seconds over Curtis Harper. Hasn't quite got to that extent yet, but it's getting in that kind of direction. 100 to go for our leader, and it was what, 4 seconds before. Is it getting up towards 5 now? No, it's around about the same. 3.37. Harper behind. Green not making any impression yet on 2nd. Probably left it a bit too late to get 2nd place, but our leader is well on his way to winning the 2nd final of the afternoon. William Baines looking exceptionally comfortable. Will be wanting to go quicker than he did this morning. He's going to have to crack on a bit here for that 3:54. Have to come back in a 33 to get the time he did this morning. No doubt about where the wind's going to come from and which lane has got the victor. Just a question whether he can get close to that 4:28.50 from this morning. It's going to be quite close. We'll have to get down to the 4:26s maybe. That's probably where he's heading. 4:26, 4:27. There we go, 4:27 it is. So just a bit quicker than he did this morning, and a winning time by all of 5 seconds over Curtis Harper. Cameron Green finishing in third place, and that was the 1-2-3 pretty much from 50 metres on. Fourth is Harry Courtney, and the race on for fifth, but Benjamin Rogers and Lewis Walligora in a battle on the far side, and Lucas gets there just in front.
We now move on to the boys 14 years, 400-metre freestyle. In lane 0, James Woods from Middlesbrough. In lane 1, Adam Strickland from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 2, Ben Wright from Doncaster Darts. In lane 3, Ryan Zhao from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 4, Mason Bland from Kingston upon Hull. In lane 5, Barnaby Howard Osborne from Sheffield City. In lane 6, Thomas English from Chesterley Street. In lane 7, Brandon Cartwright from the Borough of Kirklees. In lane 8, Nathan Bunkle from Harrogate. And in lane 9, Adam Barrett from Gateshead and Wickham. You are now under the control of the referee.
Right, I'm intrigued to see what happens here. Mason Bland went a bit quicker than Barnaby Howard Osborne this morning. In turn was a bit quicker than Ryan Zhao. It will probably be between those three. Thomas English might have something to say about that as well in lane number 6, but what kind of tactics do they employ? Will there be somebody going from the off? Well, the answer looks to be yes in the shape of Thomas English, but Ryan Zhao is aware of that, or try and track him all the way. Zhao in 3, Thomas English in 6 with the red cap, and on the outside lane, Adam Barrett of Gateshead and Wickham. So 2 Gateshead and Wickham swimmers in the top 3. Zhao and Barrett. And also Howard Osborne, all in the mix. Early stages here. One way to go. It's only be the quarterway stage when they turn, but as I mentioned, Thomas English might want to set the wheels in motion and get the others to try and challenge him. Well, that is pretty much how this race is unfolding. English in 6, Zhao in 3, and they go over together. And in the outside lane, Adam Barrett. All three of them pretty close together. English, Barrett and Zhao. Look at that. 0.38 separating lanes 9, 6 and 3. All probably just about able to see each other, and also able to see the fast moving swimmer in lane number 5, Barnaby Howard Osborne of Sheffield City, but Zhao just a little bit back off the pace at the moment. Top 2, Barrett, Howard Osborne, Zhao and then Cartwright. Race is changing complexion quite rapidly. Barrett still setting the pace, but Thomas English is waiting right there now. Not quite sure what's happening with Ryan Zhao. He's falling back quite rapidly here and is not challenging for this race. Went off very quickly. I was right up there, but he's slipping further and further back unless he's going to come with a astonishing burst over the second 200. He's got a lot of work to do. Barrett, then English, then Howard Osborne. Zhao in 3rd place, but he is 2 3/4 seconds back. Now surely he's not going to make up that kind of time. Thomas English back in front. Adam Barrett held the lead for a while. English now back in front. Barnaby Howard Osborne of Sheffield City. Mason Bland, the 4:25 boy from this morning, is not figuring at the front of the field just yet. Maybe he's coming through now, but again, he's given himself an awful lot to do. Thomas English with a 4:29 this morning. Well, he's on course for considerably better than that. English, Chestler Street in 6, Adam Barrett in 9. Ryan Zhao is not going to get in the top 3 the way things are looking here. Quite a laboured performance by the 14-year-old. Somewhat surprising. Thought he'd be maybe at the front of the field, but as you see, he's right back in about 5th place with 100 to go. And for our leader, Thomas English, 1.73 clear of Howarth Osborne. Adam Barrett in 3rd, but look at the centre lanes 4 and 5 really starting to make their move now. Mason Bland, Barnaby, Howarth Osborne. I think they might have left it too late though to overwhelm and overcome Thomas English, because he has a sizable gap opening up between him and the next 3. Next 3 being Adam Barrett, Mason Bland and Barnaby Howarth Osborne, but lane 6. They've got 50 to catch him, and they don't look like they're going to do it. 2.09 separates our leader and the rest of the field. And Thomas English just had a gap where he wasn't leading. Adam Barrett took over for a very short time, but now this is all about Thomas English against the clock. Second place looks like it's going to go to Mason Bland, who has left the best for the second half of the race, and he's coming back strongly. Look, he's left it way too late. He's not going to overwhelm him. He's going to get very, 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 very close. Goodness me. 7/100ths of a second separating our winner and second place. Now, why did he leave it that late? Left it too late. One more stroke and he would have won that race, but he was so far back at 250. He gave himself so much to do. Mason Bland in second place. Barnaby Howarth Osborne in 3rd. Our winner, 4:21.71 for Thomas English.
Our next final is the girls 11 and 12 years 100-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Ashley Bailey from the City of Sheffield. In lane number 1, Iona Logan from the City of Leeds. In lane number 2, Libby Mundy from Grimsby. In lane number 3, Pearl Lightwood from Middlesbrough. In lane number 4, Evie Dilly from Middlesbrough. And in lane number 5, Lauren Smith from the City of Leeds. In lane number 6, Ruby Knight from the Borough of Kirklees. And in 7, Kay Fenton from Skipton. In lane 8, Ariana Stokes from Tynemouth. And in lane 9, Isla Williams from the City of Leeds. You are now under the control of the referee.
All of the swimmers in this final born in 2006, no 11-year-olds, all in the 12 category. Evie Dilly with the fastest qualifying time of the 12-year-olds this morning, 1:03.76. As we've seen, the times from this morning aren't always an indicator, and by the way, that seems to be a huge personal best by Thomas English from his entry time to where he finished today. I think 13, 14 seconds, that kind of region, it would seem. So, first of the 100 freestyle finals for the 11 to 12-year-olds, and this is quite a scrap already between 4 and 3, between Evie Dilly and Pearl Lightwood. Lightwood's just there before Dilly, only by 3/100ths of a second though. And Lauren Smith is not too far adrift either. Can have 3 or 4 coming through pretty much together here. Lane 3, Pearl Lightwood, Evie Dilly to her right-hand side, and to her right, Lauren Smith of the City of Leeds. It's a 3-way battle for the victory, and it's going to be a very, very tight one between 3, 4 and 5. It might well be Leeds. She might just get there before she does, Lauren Smith. In a 1:03.08. What a terrific race that was. 1:03.08 plays 1:03.18, 10th of a second between 1 and 2, and about half a second back Pearl Lightwood. So 1, 2 and 3 separated by just 58 100ths of a second. Lauren Smith, Evie Dilly, Pearl Lightwood, your 1, 2, 3.
We now move to the girls' 13 years 100-meter freestyle.
Just waiting for confirmation of that result, by the way. Not confirmed as yet. So just holding it on the boards in case there's a DQ.
In lane 0, Millie Fenton from Tynemouth.
Which there isn't, by the way.
In lane number 1, Laura Hodgson from Newcastle. In lane number 2, Lara Thompson from the City of Leeds. In lane number 3, Millie Foster from the City of Sunderland. In lane number 4, Grace Conroy from the City of Sheffield. And in number 5, Hermione Rowe from the City of Bradford. In lane number 6, Isabel Hextall from Kingston upon Hull. And in lane 7, Melissa Morehouse from the City of Leeds. In lane 8, Lola Morales from Tynemouth. And in lane 9, Daisy Creel-Carr from the City of Sheffield. You are now under the control of the referee.
13 years, 100 freestyle. Grace Conroy of Sheffield with the quickest time this morning, 101.76. But expecting a few to get in the 60 region here and improve upon their time. Most of the top swimmers are converting their heat swims to faster times in the final in the afternoon. Let's see whether that is the case here. 25 meters, very little to separate any of the 10. To be absolutely honest, is the highest train on where we think the winner may potentially come from. Lanes 4, Grace Conroy, Hermione Rowe of Bradford in 5. And potentially number 3, Millie Foster is going to get to the wall first at the halfway turn. 5.23 of a second, Grace Conroy in second, then Hermione Rowe. Good turn too by swimmer in lane 3. That's given her a little bit of advantage, but they are coming back at again. It's almost like a replica of the previous race. 3, 4 and 5. Millie Foster, Grace Conroy, Hermione Rowe. Nobody else in the slipstream of those 3, so it's going to be one of those 3 is going to take it. Who it is, your guess is as good as mine. They're going to go in and probably just about Millie Foster. Could you get there first? Foster for me. Not for me. It's Hermione Rowe. Hermione Rowe gets there by 16 100ths of a second in the end. 1:00.99. We don't quite break that 60 barrier, but we're getting pretty close to it. Millie Foster in second place, and third going to Grace Conroy.
Our next final is the girls' 14 years 100-meter freestyle. In lane 0, Hermione Timms from the City of Sheffield. In lane 1, Bethany Crump from Grimsby. In lane 2, Izzy May Reeves from the City of Sheffield. In lane 3, Harriet Rogers from Darlington. In lane 4, Millie Baldwin from the Borough of Kirklees. In lane 5, Abigail Parkinson from Tadcaster. In lane 6, Lucy Headley from Tynemouth. In lane 7, Ella Tuck from Tynemouth. In lane 8, Izzy Winter from Newcastle. And in lane 9, Charlotte Berry from the City of Sheffield. You are now under the control of the referee.
No, we didn't have any sub-60 swims this morning. We have got 2 swimmers who have beaten the 60-second barrier in the past. Millie Balding, our fastest qualifier this morning, in lane 4, and Lucy Headley in 6. So we know that they're on form. They're both capable of going sub-60. Can they drag anybody else along with them? And which of those 2, if it is those 2, is going to emerge victorious from this 100 freestyle for 14 years of age? And something we could do There's some depth in 100 freestyle. We can't even put together a women's 4x1 for Worlds or Europeans at the moment, so it's an area that needs a bit of looking at, a bit of TLC. 4 and 5 as anticipated up there. Millie Balding, Abigail Parkinson will turn together. 0.23 between those two. Harriet Rogers in 3rd place. Then Izzy Winter of Newcastle in 4th place. Alison Lane's going to be prominent all the way through. Is there going to be a charge coming through from elsewhere? It looks like 4 and 5. Balding and Parkinson waiting for Headley to make her move, but she's too far back really to get close. So we are looking at Balding and Parkinson. And it may well be, and so it is going to be Millie Balding. Can she break the minute barrier? Come on, you can do this. 59.59. She's done it. Excellent. Good stuff. Needed a sub-minute swim. And we have a sub-minute swim from Millie Balding. And that's really good. Really good indeed. And previously she's done a 59.46. Today, a 59.59.
In lane 6, Jack Ridley from Hartlepool. And in lane 7, Charles Simpson from Chesterley Street. In lane 8, Luke Gilliver from Doncaster Darts. And in lane 9, Angela Gianni Contini from Gateshead and Wickham. You are now under the control of the referee.
Just 2 11-year-olds in this, Charles Simpson and Luke Gilliver. The rest are in the 12 category. And 109 is the order of the day for our top 2 this morning. Thomas McDermott and Thomas Maskell of Derwentide on this 100 fly. Again, all about trying to improve, getting down tonight to the 108s, if at all possible. Thomas Maskell of Derwentside's had a very impressive start and is going to try and lead everybody out. See if he can lead them all back as well. And what about getting off for a body length advantage between Maskell and Jack Ridley. And the swimmer on the other side. There's Thomas McDermott. So Maskell from McDermott, and then McGee, Luke McGee in lane number 2. Watching lane 5. Very, very purposeful start from Thomas Maskell, who wants to be the front runner here and say, right, you catch me if you can, because I don't believe that you can. Thomas McDermott, who was half a second quicker than he this morning, is not going to get on terms with him. I don't think anybody is now, even though he's starting to close the door just a little bit. But there's no time to overhaul him. So great win for Thomas Maskell of Derwentside with a 68.41. Second to Thomas McDermott with a 69.47. And William Morris in third. So a sizable improvement. Nearly a second and a half from this morning for Thomas Maskell, who takes that 100 butterfly for the 11 to 12-year-olds.
Our next final is the boys 13 years, 100-metre butterfly. In lane 0, James Robinson from the City of Leeds. In lane number 1, Joshua Sutcliffe from the City of Leeds. In lane number 2, Morgan Swells from Derwentside. And in lane number 3, Cohen Stevenson from Doncaster Darts. In lane 4, William Baines from the Borough of Stockton. And in lane 5, Cameron Green from the City of Bradford. In lane 6, Elliot Watkins from the City of Leeds. And in lane 7, Jacob Grayson from the Borough of Kirklees. In lane 8, Robbie Thompson from the Borough of Stockton. And in lane 9, Joseph Pennant from Harrogate. You are now under the control of the referee.
Be hard to ask William Baines to get another sizable chunk out of his personal best. It was down to 106.68 this morning. Did a 105.10 in the heats. Now, can he get into the 64s? That would be a massive improvement from where he started this competition. But there will be pressure, and he knows that. From Cameron Green, from Cohen Stevenson, maybe a couple of others, but let's see whether we get the dramatic start from William Baines. I'm kind of anticipating, though he is going with two others now. Cohen Stevenson, Cameron Green, all fancying their chances, and also up there too from the top, Jacob Grierson of Borough of Kirklees. So he's not going to have it all his own way, if at all, in this one, but he is at the front of the field now, is William Baines. Remember, 105.10 this morning, and he has opened up. He advanced to 1.46, didn't look likely at 25, but at 50, he really is powering on. Now, this is really impressive stuff from the 13-year-old from the Borough of Stockton, leaving everybody for absolute dead. Now, remember, 106.68 is the time he came into this competition with. 105.10 is what he did this morning. He's going to be inside 105.10. And this is a massive improvement. Terrific stuff from William Baines. What a swim that is. 104.54. And that is, I make it, an over a 2-second PB on the day from William Baines. Cameron Green in second place. And that joint second with Jacob Grierson, same time. According to that, that's not true though. Is it 108.17? So Jacob Grierson will be third.
Our next final is the boys.
Yep, you see the time different, but our winner, I can confirm that, 104.54. 2.14 second improvement for William Baines.
In lane 0, Adam Strickland from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 1, Jacob Elwell from the Borough of Stockton. In lane 2, Patrick Spades from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 3, Callum Smart from the Borough of Barnsley. And in lane 4, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez from the City of Leeds. In lane 5, Ben Shelton from the City of Leeds. And in lane 6, Nathan Bunkle from Harrogate. In lane 7, Isaac Ripley from the Borough of Stockton. In lane 8, Harry Nicholson from Chesterley Street. And in lane 9, Elliot Best from Newcastle. You are now under the control of the referee.
Another person who made a big improvement in time from the morning from his previous best is Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez of Leeds, 103.77 down to a 102.14. Well, I did say in the previous one, it's hard to ask a swimmer to improve by a big margin again. Well, we saw it happen, so maybe Emilio is the man to do it once again, but he's going to have some company on this one. It's not going to be all about him. It's not about him at all at the moment. It's about Callum Smart of Barnsley, Ben Shelton also of Leeds, Emilio's teammate, having a cracking start in lane number 5, and he's going to be leading at the 50 and really laying down the gauntlet for Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez to come back. It is Leeds 1-2. Adam Strickland in third place. Now, this is like a Leeds gala, isn't it, with these two, but also trying to upset the party is Callum Smart of Borough of Barnsley, but I think he's going to have to forget it. It is all about the Leeds 1-2, and it's all about Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, 102.14 this morning. Can he get inside 62? Can Ben Shelton get inside 62? Neither of them have been there before. They're going to finish pretty close together. 62 is most definitely on the cards for both of them here. 61s, 61.64 for our winner. And 61.86 for Ben Shelton. Callum Smart in third place. So they're in an area they have never been before, the two Leeds boys. Sub 62, and they are 1 and 2 with Callum Smart in third place.
Our next final is the girls 11 and 12 years, 200-metre backstroke. In lane 0, Emily Headley from Tynemouth. In lane 1, Gracie Beaumont from the City of Bradford. In lane 2, Jessica Riley from Harrogate. In lane 3, Sophie Bromley from the City of Sheffield. In lane 4, Libby Freeman
Well, on paper, we have a 2:26 swimmer in here, Libby Freeman, so she should be, if that is any indication, a bit quicker than everybody else in this field. But, as we have discovered, take that as read at your peril this weekend, or indeed any event with youth swimmers, because you can improve in leaps and bounds. You can also go off as well. Now, lane 5 does not seem to be with us. Evie Dilly has not shown for this one. So we have a spare lane. Everybody else is in there. And that would mean, hopefully, Libby Freeman, from her point of view, will have it pretty much to herself, though she's not early stages. Sophie Bromley of City of Sheffield is going with her. And 2 up, Chloe Ward of the Borough of Stockton is also there. That's the 1, 2, 3. First 50 of the backstroke completed. Sophie Bromley, City of Sheffield, followed by Libby Freeman of Tynemouth, and then Gracie Beaumont of City of Bradford. That's your 1, 2, 3, and they're pretty much clear of the rest. Well, 2 of them certainly are. It looks like our winner potentially is coming from one of those 2 lanes as well. Just watching Libby Freeman, so is on paper the quickest in this field, suddenly making her move in lane number 4, overhauling and going past Sophie Bromley. But they're going to go into the wall pretty much together. Just coming out slightly in front is Freeman. And it's Sophie Bromley in second place. So we can't give you a time for pad number 3, but you can see visibly it's around about a body length and a bit, which is not very technical or indeed mathematical, but visibly you'll see the blue hat compared to the red hat, and probably the lead getting a little bit bigger, getting up towards 2 to 2.5 body lengths for our leader. I expect to bring it home, as I kind of predicted at the beginning, because she has got a much quicker entry time than anybody else. Libby Freeman all the way back, 5-second advantage over second place, and then there's a big gap between second and third. Our winner, I can assure you, is not going to change. 1, 2 is not going to change in the last 25. So Libby Freeman, what have you got for us? 2:29 this morning. We know she can go considerably quicker than that. She has gone considerably quicker than that. She's going to be in the 2:24-25 range potentially here. Let's just follow it up and finish it off. 2:26 in actual fact for Libby Freeman. So it's good, and it's all she needs on the day. 2:26.69. Sophie Bromley with a 2:30.26. Chloe Ward in third place, 2:34.64 for Chloe, which is a couple of seconds quicker than she went this morning.
Our next final is the girls' 13 years, 200-metre backstroke. In lane 0, Beth Hall from Grimsby. In lane 1, Neve Carroll from the City of Leeds. In lane 2, Isabel Hextall from Kingston upon Hull. And in lane 3, Lara Thompson from the City of Leeds. In lane 4, Annabelle Wilkinson from the City of Sheffield. And in lane 5, Sophia Bazaraba from the City of Bradford. In lane 6, Madison Peveler from Weir Valley. And in lane 7, Taylor Ross from Kingston upon Hull. In lane 8, Leah Schloshan from the City of Leeds. And in lane 9, Jenna Dougal from Derwentsside. You are now under the control of the referee.
To the backstroke for the 13 years age group. Annabelle Wilkinson, our fastest qualifier, with a 2:28. Well, there's 2:29 from Sophia Bazaraba. 2:31 from Laura Thompson. Annabelle has been 2:25 in the past, so expect an improvement on that 2:28. 200 backstroke. So bemoaning the fact that there's not a lot coming through at the moment in the senior age range for the 200 backstroke, so we're looking to the future here. Looking to maybe one of these to break out of the pack. Maybe it will be Annabelle Wilkinson of City of Sheffield. Very good start, first 25 Very impressive indeed. She's got the stroke going very well. The others working very hard to try and keep up with her. Sofia Bazaraba, Madison Peveler, 1, 2, 3 at the turn. Peveler just getting ahead of Bazaraba. Then Isabel Hextall in 4th place. Lead of about half a second for Wilkinson over the first 50. Obviously not a lead she can hold on to, but she is starting to just open up a little bit more now. On the swimmer 2 up, Madison Peveler of Weir Valley. Nobody really coming through behind those top 3, apart from, to a certain extent, the swimmer next to Peveler, Taylor Ross. Leader, with a very good start, is holding on at 50 and holding on at 100 as well now. So what's the gap between Wilkinson and Bazaraba? 2.18. Hextall in 3rd. And looks like the red cap might be prominent all the way through this one. Hard to see anybody with the current rate of progress getting particularly close to our leader, Annabelle Wilkinson. 13 years, of course, all these swimmers are. On the 200 backstroke here. And it's a very, very good measured swim from Wilkinson. So she has been 2:25, so we know she's got a much quicker time than she had this morning in her locker. And the lead is big, very big, 3.21, certainly enough for her to retain that advantage, maybe build on it, but certainly hold on to the lead. And talk about the others going in the minor placings, but as far as she's concerned, there is only one number 1 in this, and has been pretty much since the off. Great start, and she's carried on where she began in this race. There are 3 of them pretty much together for 2, 3, and 4, but our leader will be our winner now. Because she get her under the 225, I think she's going to manage it. She is going to manage it. 225, 225.70 is kind of around her personal best. Laura Thompson 229, so she won that by 4 seconds in the end. Third, Madison Peveler with a 230, and then 4th place to Sofia Bazaraba, who was second for quite some time with a 230.52. Good win for Annabelle Wilkinson and a 225.
When I want the girls 14 years, 200-meter backstroke. In lane 0, Amelie Turner from the City of Leeds. In lane 1, Ella Bainbridge from Cleethorpes. In lane 2, Abigail Miles from the City of Sheffield. In lane 3, Charlotte Thompson from Loftus Dolphins. In lane 4, Ella Cooper from the City of Leeds. And in lane 5, Kinish Hodgson from the City of Leeds. In lane 6, Ella Stabler from York City. And in lane 7, Madison Turner from Skipton. In lane 8, Lucy Curran from Kingston upon Hull. And in lane 9, Amelia Robertson from Tynemouth. You are now under the control of the referee.
Ella Cooper, 2:23 this morning. Edge time of 2:25, so there's another 2:23 about to be seen by the City of Leeds swimmer in lane 4. Kidis Hodgson looked like she had plenty of intent this morning to overcome Ella. And don't discount Charlotte Thompson either with 2:26 this morning. 14 years, 200 backstroke. See a 2:25 high from Annabelle Wilkinson in the previous heat. And she went off very, very purposefully. Great start from her. Got to 25 and pretty much didn't ever look like relinquishing that lead. Are we going to see something similar? Well, no, we're seeing a pretty even break here, including a very good start from the outside lane. Always need to keep your eyes on the outside lane in case there's something might sneak through unexpectedly. The person at the moment who's leading the field is Amelia Robertson of Tynemouth in lane 9. That's Ella Cooper. And it is Abigail Miles. And then it is Kidis Hodgson. But things may just transform themselves over this next 50 as the centre lanes take hold. And that's kind of what we're seeing now from lane 4. Ella Cooper, Kittias Hodgson to her left as she swims on her back. Just one lane up the 2 lead caps, but look at 2 and 3. They're right together. Abigail Miles, the City of Sheffield, Charlotte Thompson of Loftus Dolphins. And the top 4 only separated by a second or thereabouts. Top 6 only separated by 1.26. So this is a very, very tight race indeed. It's not as clear cut as the previous one was. 2 lead swimmers, Ella Cooper in 4, closest to us, Kittias Hodgson in 5. Like a club gala here, and they are starting to pull away from the others, so it looks like it's going to be one of the lead swimmers who's going to get back first. 2:23 this morning from Ella Cooper, which I believe is probably her best ever time, 2:23.74, and they're going to turn absolutely together. 21 100ths between Cooper and Hodgson. Winner's going to come from either lane 4 or lane 5, you would think, although there is a very fast finishing Abigail Miles of Sheffield in lane number 2, who is intent on certainly getting 3rd place, which she's got, but I think has given herself a little bit too much to overhaul the 2 lead swimmers. But who's it going to be? Is it going to be Ella Cooper or is it going to be Kittias Hodgson? Ella Cooper nearest us, Kittias Hodgson far side. Ella Cooper would get it just about for me, but it's going to be on the touch. She'll get there first. Well, I don't think that's... Is that right? Well, there you go. 4 100ths. Must have got the finish absolutely right in that case, because going into the wall, there seemed to be just one winner. 2:23.00. That is 2:23.04. Yeah, so on the replay on that, you'd see that Ella Cooper went into the wall first, but Kittias Hodgson got the touch first.
In lane 0, Regan Peel from the Borough of Stockton. In lane 1, William Morris from Middlesbrough. In lane 2, Thomas McDermott from Middlesbrough. And in lane 3, Jack Ridley from Hartlepool. In lane 4, Thomas Wilkinson from the City of Sheffield. And in lane 5, Alfie Maguire from the City of Sunderland. In lane 6, Oliver Dodsworth from the City of Sunderland. And in lane 7, Luca Fenton from the City of Sheffield. In lane 8, Callum Nurse from Grimsby. And in lane 9, Isaac Stabler from York City. You are now under the control of the referee.
So they turn a breaststroke, 11 to 12-year-old age group. Thomas Wilkinson has about 6 seconds over the rest of the field if this morning's heats were to be replicated. His coach is very happy with his progress. See whether he can progress a bit more, or if there's somebody in the field, maybe Alfie Maguire of Sunderland, who could give him a push. Maybe Oliver Dodsworth in lane 5, or Jack Ridley of Aquaforce Hartlepool in 3. But I'm expecting Thomas Wilkinson to try and set the pace, although he isn't at the moment. That is the job being performed by Alfie Maguire to his left. 5 and 4 going out pretty quickly. Callum Nurse a good start for Grimsby up at the top of your screen, but it will be the Sheffield swimmer who will edge through to take the lead at 50. Alfie Maguire, 2nd place. 3rd goes to Oliver Dodsworth. Thomas McDermott in 3rd place. Now with a bit of clear water and certainly nobody to see in front of him, this should be where Thomas Wilkinson pushes on. 2:53 this morning. He's capable of getting that down to maybe about 2:51, 2:50 potentially here. Wilkinson with Alfie Maguire to his right-hand side. To his left-hand side is Jack Ridley, but not particularly close at the moment. If anything, that lead is starting to extend a little bit halfway stage for our leader, Thomas Wilkinson. Wilkinson into the wall now. Jack Ridley follows him in, and so does Maguire. Wilkinson 2.51 ahead of Alfie Maguire. Maguire in 5. Up 1 lane and down 1 lane is Jack Ridley. Our leader, just with every stroke, just extending that lead a fraction more. Doesn't look like he's going to get caught. Doesn't look like he's going to run out of steam. Still going pretty well in the lane above him, Alfie Maguire, but I think in terms of winning the race, that may well have gone in terms of an ambition. Second place probably the best he can hope for. Wilkinson 2:06.06. So this morning 2:53. Well, yeah, that's going to be beaten. Get down 2:51, 2:52. That'd be nice. Kind of what he's aiming for. Improve on that heat time by 2 or 3 seconds, and that lead is extending with every single stroke. Just trying to desperately hold on to that second place is Alfie Maguire. I think he's going to just about do that. The other red cap, Jack Ridley of Hartlepool, seems to have third place secured. Now, wouldn't it be good if he could get under 250 here? Not going to be a million miles outside 250. And 250.68 is where he stops the clock. 250.68, that'll do very nicely. 3 seconds in the right direction from the heats to the final. Alfie Maguire in second place, Jack Ridley in third, and Luca Fenton in fourth. Good win for Thomas Wilkinson, very good time.
We now move to the boys 13 years, 200-metre breaststroke.
Just to say that result not confirmed on the screen yet.
In lane 0, Reese Rutherford from the City of Leeds. In lane 1, Luke Booth from Rotherham Metro. In lane 2, Dominic Mathias from the City of Leeds. And in lane 3, Elliot Watkins from the City of Leeds. In lane 4, Christian Ryan from Tyndale. And in lane 5, Thomas Bergman from Sheffield City. In lane 6, Jacob Davison from Chesterley Street. And in lane 7, Ben Swan from the Borough of Stockton. In lane 8, Morgan Swirls from Derwentide. And in lane 9, James Robinson from the City of Leeds. You are now under the control of the referee.
Yeah, I confirm that last result. Everybody clean, everybody clear. That result stands. Thomas Wilkinson with a 250.68, your winner. On to the boys 13 years, 200 breaststroke. Now, Christian Ryan was absolutely Speedy Gonzalez this morning, 2:38.03, which means that he was some 12 seconds faster than Thomas Bergman in 5. Now, he's going for it again tonight. It's a very brave way to swim the 200 breaststroke. A lot of people like to just keep their powder dry till the 100 mark and then push on, but he's not thinking about that. 2:38 this morning was impressive, and it's very impressive the way he swam it as well. And already at this stage, provided he doesn't blow up, Christian Ryan is looking like a really good find for Tyndale here. Plenty behind him, all in line, but nobody anywhere near him. This is going to be a huge advantage he's going to take into the second half of this race. At 75, he is the master of all he surveys, and all he's surveying is water. Not a single swimmer within about 10 meters of him. Now, this is front swimming of the highest order. Now, if he keeps this going, he's going to do something quite remarkable by his standards. Just hope he can keep it going, because this is going to take some doing. 1:15 split for Christian Ryan. Well, he's going to bring it back in under 2:38 if he keeps going at that pace. The others are thinking, right, okay, well, he's gone. We'll have to think about our own race. But look at that gap. Absolutely enormous. Our cameraman's going to find it hard to get him and the rest in a moment, because that's, what, 15? Getting on for certainly 15 meters. And he is gone away like a train. Now, I want to see him get down, if he can, 2:36 maybe. That's certainly in the plan. See what the split time is here with 50 to go. 1:56. So what can he bring that back in? 35, 36, 37. Yeah, should be able to get inside that time from this morning. 2:38. Well, that's going to go, surely. Haven't even mentioned anybody else because nobody else is in the race. That's how much of a procession this is. This is the most dominant race we've seen over the weekend so far. Look, there's nobody else in your picture. There is one swimmer in your picture. Nobody else anywhere near him. You have to have two tellies to see the second swimmer. He's that far back. And this is remarkable. Now, come on, let's see if you can get under the time from this morning. 2:38 it was. Yes, he's done it. 2:36.66. That's impressive. I'd say the most impressive swim we've seen this weekend. Well, second place is going to be mighty tight. And just getting there, Elliot Watkins, I think. Yeah, he does. By about a quarter of a second over Thomas Bergman. But what about that from Christian Ryan, the 13-year-old from Tyndale? 2:36.66, remarkable swim, all done by his own efforts, and you won't see a bigger gap this weekend.
We now move on to the boys, 14 years, 200-meter breaststroke. In lane 0, Adam Tillin from Gisborough. In lane 1, Roman Wallace from the Borough of Barnsley. In lane 2, Aidan Fothergill from Team Yorwick. And in lane 3, Barnaby Howarth Osborne from Sheffield City. In lane 4, Ryan Dow from Gateshead and Wickham. And in lane 5, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez from the City of Leeds. In lane 6, Arthur Llewellyn from the Borough of Stockton. And in lane 7, Callum Duncan from Hartlepool. And in lane 8, Jack Senior from the City of Leeds. You are now under the control of the referee.
Let's go back to the last race. Luke Booth in lane number 1 was DQ'd for Rotherham. All the other results stand. Well, we saw a very curious 400 free from Ryan Zhao earlier. Hope he's okay. Maybe we're saving a little bit for this. It was never competitive after the early stages of that 200 free. Fastest qualifier he is in this, 2:37, a couple of seconds quicker than Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez. Barnaby Howarth Osborne could be quite tight between these three. And Zhao looking a bit better in this one. Zhao, he's got company though at the top of your screen. On the swimmers in 6 and 5. Arthur Llewellyn, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, and also from Adam Tilling in 0. There's Zhao, leading by 0.66. A curious 400 free earlier on, but looks to be all right. Looks to be no worse for his ordeal in this one. And you expect he is the strongest breaststroker, I think, in this field, though there will be others who might have other ideas. And 2 up from Zhao, Arthur Llewellyn of Borough Stockton is saying, actually, I've just heard what the commentator said, I'm going to prove otherwise here. And he's taking over at the front of the field, and Zhao is not responding yet. Halfway stage of the 200 breast, Zhao is still leading just about. Better turn from him. Llewellyn in second place. Paniagua Gutierrez in third. But this is a very, very tight race. Tighter than maybe I thought it might be. Look at that. 4, 5, and 6. Not quite in line, but very close. Ryan Zhao, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, Arthur Llewellyn. And Zhao is dropping back. Something wrong with him today. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez and Arthur Llewellyn taken to the top of the field. It's going to be potentially here Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez with the yellow cap for Leeds. Will turn in first place. Arthur Llewellyn second. Zhao long way tailed back in third place. Fothergill in fourth, but our winner is probably going to come from Leeds. He'll have plenty of support here from the home crowd pushing on. I wonder whether the weekend exertions have taken out Ryan Zhao. He did have 3 finals yesterday. Quite a hard weekend for him with heats and finals, but not too much doubt that Paniagua Gutierrez is going to win this. Now, 2:39 is what he did this morning. It'll be better than 2:39 in the final. He'll be in the 2:30s. We can get it down to about 2:36 maybe here. 2:37. 2:37. Very nice. 2:37.32. Second, Arthur Llewellyn with a 2:38. 3 seconds better than this morning. Ryan Zhao, though, 2:41. That's 4 seconds slower than he went. It's fair to say that Zhao is not feeling that great. Or maybe he's overexerted himself over the first 2 days. But a winner, very comfortable too, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez.
We now move to the girls 11 and 12 years, 200-metre IM. In lane 0, Isla Jones from the city of Sheffield. In lane 1, Isla Williams from the city of Leeds. In lane 2, Olivia Martin from Lincolnshire. In lane 3, Olivia Hidiat from the city of Leeds. In lane 4, Lauren Smith from the city of Leeds. In lane 5, Iona Logan from the city of Leeds. In lane 6, Libby Freeman from Tynemouth. In lane 7, Sarah Hedges from Grimsby. In lane 8, Ruby Knight from the Borough of Kirklees. And in lane 9, Ashley Bailey from the city of Sheffield. You are now under the control of the referee.
1 11-year-old, the rest are 12 in this race. Isla Jones in lane 0 is our 11-year-old. All the others are 12. And they're making big progress. The coach is very happy with what she's done this weekend, and she'll be looking to go sub 240, was what she managed to do this morning. Winner's likely to come from one of the Leeds triumvirate in the centre. Olivia Hidiat in 3, Lauren Smith in 4, Iona Logan in 5. They're separated by about a second and a half, the 3 of them. And there'll be a lot of intensity, although don't discount Libby Freeman or Sarah Hedges. They've got off to very good starts in 6 and 7, but centre lanes with the red outfit and the yellow cap is Lauren Smith. She'll turn first. Olivia Martin's in there, Olivia Hidiat as well, right alongside her. On the turn, Lauren Smith from the butterfly leg to the backstroke leg. As we know, the IM, things will change, and they are starting to change before your very eyes, because 2 up from Lauren Smith. Libby Freeman's had a really good backstroke, has come from behind the pack to the front of the pack, and now has got about 2 body length advantage here. Libby Freeman of Tynemouth. So 2:37 from this morning. But look at that lead. That's a sizable lead already. 2.02. Of course, we've got the breaststroke and we've got the freestyle yet to come. So that gap will change. But that's a 2-second advantage now. The breaststroke has come to the fore now. And you can see already that Olivia Martin's enjoying her breaststroke leg down below us, as indeed in lane number 4 is Lauren Smith. But our leader is still holding on, though. Breaststroke may not be quite as good as the swimmer surrounding her. It's enough to keep her well ahead of the pack. It'll be a good win if she can bring it back from here. Libby Freeman from Tynemouth in lane 6. We go to the sideways on shot. Probably about body length and a bit advantage over lane 4. Lauren Smith turning in second place. Our leader, Libby Freeman in 6. Ignore the graphic, because you can see lane 6 with the blue cap is very much at the front of the field, and I think it's broken the back of the field. Terrific stuff from the Tynemouth swimmer here. Libby Freeman didn't have her down to win this. Well, she's going to win it, and she's going to win this one very comfortably indeed. 2:36 she did this morning. 2:37 in fact this morning. Well, forget 2:37. She's in the low 2:30s this time. 2:31, 2:32, probably 2:32.07 for our winner. Terrific stuff from Libby Freeman. And blew away the opposition. Lauren Smith in second place. Iona Logan in third, so expecting maybe a 1-2, perhaps a 1-2-3 for Leeds. Well, time must have seen to that. Libby Freeman now winner.
We now move to the girls 13 years, 200 metre iron. In lane 0, Sienna Hushing from the City of Leeds. In lane 1, Freya Johnson from the City of Leeds. In lane 2, Jasmine Campbell from Tynemouth. In lane 3, Leah Schlosham from the City of Leeds. And in lane 4, Lara Thompson from the City of Leeds. In lane 5, Hermione Rowe from the City of Bradford. And in lane 6, Grace Conroy from the City of Sheffield. In lane 7, Niamh Carroll from the City of Leeds. And in lane 8, Daisy Creole-Parr from the City of Sheffield. In lane 9, Jenna Dougal from Derwent-side. You are now under the control of the referee.
Well, we've seen some upsets already this afternoon, so probably not a very good thing to make predictions, to be honest, because those predictions have been ripped up in some occasions and not in others, but just shows that these kind of age groups, they can fluctuate quite a bit between heat swims, entry times, and what they do in the final. Lara Thompson is the fastest in the field, but only just from Hermione Rowe. Leah Schlossen, so 2 from Leeds, 1 from Bradford. Likely to be in the mix at the end, as we see somebody coming through unexpectedly, but sometimes, as we know, swimmers like to just take it easy in the morning, know what they need to do to qualify for the final, and then keep all the resources and all the energy for the night. Hermione Rowe has the best of the butterflies. Freya Johnson second, Jenna Dougal in third, and then comes Lara Thompson. As it'll all start to join up a little bit more on the backstroke. There may well be 3 in a line when they get to the 100 split. Might actually be 4 in a line, because speedy backstroke from Freya Johnson of City of Leeds in lane number 1. Centre lane is where most of the action is happening, though, in lane number 4 for Lara Thompson of Leeds. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all pretty much grouped together, with about a second and a bit separating them. Schlossen in 3, given the time, but as you can see, it is Lara Thompson of Leeds who is leading, but being closed down now by Leah Schlossen. And on the other side of her, Hermione Rowe, City of Bradford. This could be quite a blanket finish here, because their breaststrokes look to be all of a similar kind of standard. Front crawl will have to sort them out. Now, can the Bradford swimmer, Hermione Rowe, with a 2:28.9 this morning, come through and beat the 2 lead swimmers? That's exactly what she is doing with 50 to go. So down to the front crawl to separate this out. Will it be Bradford or will it be Leeds? That's the only real permutation. 2 lead swimmers chasing down the Bradford swimmer. Grace Conroy a little bit further back. Hermione Rowe, City of Bradford. Has she got it in her legs? Has she got it in her arms to hold off the fast finishing Lara Thompson of City of Leeds? I think the answer at the moment is yes. Still a little way to go yet. And I don't think we're going to see Leah Schlossen get there. So Bradford from Leeds, and Leeds, really quick finish from Lara Thompson. She's not going to overhaul the Bradford swimmer. Hermione Rowe gets there in a 2:28.20, which is just a little bit quicker than she went this morning. Lara Thompson, 0.4 of a second back in second, and Leah Schlossen also breaking the 2:30 barrier with a 2:29.53.
Now to the girls 14 years, 200 metre iron.
There will be a DQ coming up on that last race, which is Freya Johnson.
In lane 0, Emily Brooke from the Borough of Kirklees. In lane 1, Faye McDonough from the Borough of Stockton. In lane 2, Ella Cooper from the City of Leeds. And in lane 3, Abigail Miles from the City of Sheffield. In lane 4, Izzy May Reeves from the City of Sheffield. And in lane 5, Martha Bradley from the City of Leeds. In lane 6, Kiddish Hodson from the City of Leeds. And in lane 7, Ella Bainbridge Bridge from Cleethorpes. In lane 8, Millie Boulding from the Borough of Kirklees. And in lane 9, Bethany Crump from Grimsby. You are now under the control of the referee.
So the last of the longer distance events, all sprints to come after this, but the last of the 200 IMs. 14 years of age, all 2004 born. And again, it's a bit of a coin toss. Izzy May Reeves, 225 this morning. Martha Bradley, 226 this morning. Abigail Miles, 228. All likely to be featuring. Kittias Hodgson, of course, has already had a swim, so she might be feeling just a little bit tired in lane number 6, but not really showing it. Martha Bradley certainly showing best of the field so far on the butterfly. Lane number 5, she's going to get to the wall before the others. The others are all grouped fairly close behind. Reeves, Balding, McDonough, and Bainbridge, and Cooper, all about a second behind each other. Onto the backstroke leg. This is where things will probably change quite rapidly. Izzy May Reeves getting into pole position in lane number 4, easing her way through after that 225 this morning. Looking very smooth and very comfortable on the backstroke. Looking like she's really assured, knows what she's doing here. She got the breaststroke to match. She's come off the back of this. Abigail Miles and Martha Bradley are her pursuers, but they are a long, long way back. 2.54. Abigail Miles in lane number 3. So this should be about the 14-year-old from Sheffield, Izzy May Reeves. Breaststroke is keeping her at the front. It's just making a little bit of an inroad in lane number 3 is her teammate Abigail Miles, but it's not substantial. Martha Bradley on the other side as well. They are getting closer. They are edging closer, but look, there's still quite a bit of a gap. Still a body length and a bit, which may well be enough to defend. Over the last 50, we will find out. Reeves, Bradley, Miles, it's only those 3 are really in contention, but it looks like there is only one winner at this stage, Izzy May Reeves, unless we get a flying last 50 from Abigail Miles or Martha Bradley, but they are flying as quickly as they can, but as they do so, Izzy May Reeves is going equally quick, if not more quick than the other 2. So 225 this morning. She'll be substantially inside of 225. She might well be around about 223 by the time she gets there. 223.67 is where she finishes. Izzy May Reeves makes it a win for Sheffield. Abigail Miles in second place for Sheffield also, and Leeds finishing in third place with Martha Bradley. Winning time again, 223.67 for our winner, and there doesn't seem to be a DQ. Although that result has not been confirmed yet. Now it has.
In lane 0, Blake Hooper from Derwentsside. In lane 1, Joshua Parker from Hartlepool. In lane 2, Joshua Kozakius from Doncaster Darts. In lane 3, Henry Cornforth from Whitby. And in lane 4, Thomas Maskell from Derwentsside. In lane 5, Jack Ridley from Hartlepool. And in lane 6, Callum Broadhead from Doncaster Darts. In lane 7, Jacob Brown from Harrogate. And in lane 8, Joseph Bowman from Scarborough. And in lane 9, Tampere Benedict from Harrogate. You're now under the control of the referee.
Okay, I'll give you the splash and dash number 1. 3 for the boys, 3 for the girls, 50 backstroke for the boys and 50 butterfly for the girls to come. So these will be done and dusted pretty quickly, and we will be done in Leeds, but not before we finish this one. 33.06 Thomas Maskell this morning, 34.33 for Jack Ridley, 35.10 for Henry Conforth. Going to be another one of these tight ones, and again, probably until we get 15 from the end, maybe even 10 from the end. It's going to be maybe difficult to call the winner, though I think we might be able to do that even now. Thomas Maskell of Derwentsside has got himself ahead and substantially ahead of Jack Ridley. Don't think Ridley's going to have enough to bring it back in. So I think our winner is already established. Does it look like it being at 25? It's going to be Thomas Maskell of Derwentide. Comes in a 32.08. Good. Down below 33 where he was this morning to a 32. Jack Ridley in second place. And Joshua Cusack Hughes in third place. Winning time again for Thomas Maskell, 32.08.
Clear the pool by the side, please, boys. And we move on to our next final. This is the boys' 13 years, 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0, Jude Sotheby from Cleethorpes. In lane 1, Harrison Neeland from Rotherham Metro. In lane 2, Benjamin Fish from Alnwick Dolphins. And in lane 3, Ben Croft from Stocksbridge. In lane 4, Cameron Green from the City of Bradford. And in lane 5, Kenneth Yuan from the City of Sunderland. In lane 6, Cohen Stevenson from Doncaster Darts. And in lane 7, Roland Sheriff from the City of Bradford. In lane 8, Samuel Emmett from the City of Leeds. And in lane 9, Mikhail Iqbal from Stocksbridge. You are now under the control of the referee.
Cameron Green's having a busy afternoon. Another final for him in lane number 4 from City of Bradford. Ben Croft with a 32.45. Kenneth Juan with a 32.09. Winner, you would think, from this morning's swim anyway. Should come from 3, 4 or 5. Is it going to be an outside smoker who can change all that? Will we know the winner as we did in the last one at 25? Really, really good start from Kenneth Juan of City of Sunderland. He's been working on that, you can tell. Looking brilliant. Now he's ahead. That start really did help him to get ahead of the field. Now can anybody else catch up with him? Cameron Green has the fastest time for this morning and will be alongside him shortly. Kenneth Juan, fantastic first 25, but he's not going to finish it off. That is going to go to the man in lane 4. Cameron Green will get there in a 31.71. Slightly disappointing time maybe, although did improve on what he did this morning. 31.71 from a 32, and that's all right. Cameron Green, Kenneth Juan, and third place to Cohen Stevenson. So 30.98 is our winning time for Cameron Green under the 31s.
In lane 0, Elliot Best from Newcastle. In lane 1, Adam Strickland from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 2, Thomas Schofield from York City. And in lane 3, Ben Shelton from the City of Leeds. In lane 4, Harry Nicholson from Chesterley Street. In lane 5, Ryan Zhao from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 6, Adam Barrett from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 7, Joshua Savage from Derwentide. In lane 8, Toby Mayfield from York City. And in lane 9, Callum Smart from the Borough of Barnsley. You are now under the control of the referee.
Not quite sure what to expect from our swimmer in lane 5. Not had a great afternoon, Ryan Zhao. Thought he might actually withdraw from this, but he's still there. He's going to give it a crack and see what he can do. But Harry Nicholson, on the basis of what we saw today, so from the afternoon session, would probably be favoured now. 2 went sub 30. Nicholson and Zhao this morning. Maybe the sprint will be okay. Zhao seemed to run out of momentum in the 400 free and in the earlier race. But he's up and going pretty well in 5 now. Nicholson needs to catch him. Maybe this is Zhao at his best when he's in a sprint. See if he can hold on to this. He's got about a body length advantage here, so he should be able to. Nicholson's trying to catch him, but lane 5, it'll be redemption here for Ryan Zhao. 29 high this morning, 28 high in the evening. So there you go. Other events not quite working to his advantage, but that's good. Harry Nicholson in second place. Third is Ben Shelton. The winning time, 28.84 for Ryan Zhao. And that 50 backstroke leads on to the girls' 50 butterfly.
In lane 0, Millie Bosbaya from Middlesbrough. In lane 1, 2, Katrina Ho from Gateshead and Wickham. In lane 3, Lauren Smith from the City of Leeds. In lane 4, Brooke Illingworth from Durham City. In lane 5, Isla Williams from the City of Leeds. In lane 6, Iona Logan from the City of Leeds. In lane 7, Isla Jones from the City of Sheffield. In lane 8, Libby Munday from Grimsby. And in lane 9, Naomi Parker from Gateshead and Wickham. You are now under the control of the referee.
Here we go, once again, Isla Jones on her own in terms of being an 11-year-old. All the others are 12. Isla in lane number 7. So she'll do well to get in the top 3, but that probably will be Brooke Illingworth or maybe Isla Williams, Iona Logan, all with very similar times from this morning. It is the splash and dash of the 50 butterfly. Brooke Illingworth at Durham City having a very good start indeed, being flanked all the way by Isla Williams. Brooke Illingworth, Isla Williams side by side at 25, pretty much that way at 35 as well. As we go to the sideways on shot, we'll know a little bit more, and it may well be and will be lane 4. Brooke Illingworth will take it in 30.14. Second place to Isla Williams, 30.61, and Lauren Smith getting third, 31.78. So a big improvement from the 31s to 30.14 for our winner, Brooke Illingworth, in lane number 4. Penultimate event of the weekend here in Leeds is the 50 butterfly for 13-year-olds. So just the 14 to come after this. And there are 2 Sheffield, 7 and 5. Bradford and Stocksbridge all represented in this one. Hermione Rowe, we had a good afternoon. We'll be looking for another victory in this one. 31.02 she managed this morning. Seems to be in very, very good form. But this is a much more competitive race. 4, 5, 6, all in a line. 7's there, 8's there. So we've got Hermione Rowe, Grace Conroy, Lola Morales, Annabelle Wilkinson. It's going to be lane number 3 who's going to take it. I think Ellie Houghton of Gateshead and Wickham is going to come through to take this one. Wait for the confirmation. They will correct that. Ellie Houghton, 30.35 as our winner. Hermione Rowe second, 30.55. Grace Conroy, 30.90. So 0.2 of a second between first and second. Well done to Ellie Houghton of Gateshead and Wickham.
In lane 0, Emily Brooke from the Borough of Kirklees. In lane 1, Hermione Timms from the City of Sheffield. In lane 2, Anna O'Brien from Newcastle. And in lane 3, Ella Cooper from the City of Leeds. In lane 4, Olivia Katori from Newcastle. And in lane 5, Harriet Rogers from Darlington. In lane 6, Abigail Parkinson from Tadcaster. In lane 7, Charlotte Berry from the City of Sheffield. In lane 8, Amelie Turner from the City of Leeds. And in lane 9, Ellie Bird from South Tyne. You are now under the control of the referee.
So here we go, final event of the weekend in Leeds. 14 years, 50 meters butterfly. Now we've got 2 swimmers who have been sub 30 in this field. Can we finish it off with a flourish? Get maybe one, maybe two, maybe three going sub 30 here. Olivia Cattery is capable of doing that. 30.07 this morning, so she was just a smidgen outside that. She's in 4. Going well in 2 is Anna O'Brien as well, but look at them, it's about 4 or 5 pretty much in a line. Lane 5, Harriet Rogers having a really good swim from Darlington, and maybe she is going to take it. Rogers just ahead of Olivia Cattery. Cattery's got a very, very good finish. It's going to be between these two. Cattery, maybe, yes, no. Harriet Rogers, 29.63 for the Darlington swimmer. And we do get 2 under the 30-second mark with Olivia Cattery with a 27.29.71. Very, very tight. Our last race only separated by 8/100ths of a second. Anna O'Brien in 3rd place, Ella Cooper in 4th. So we got what the commentator wanted, a couple of sub 30 swims right at the end. Harriet Rogers, well done. Darlington winning the last event of the weekend in Leeds, the 50 meters butterfly for girls 14 years. Well, that wraps up the weekend. We hope you've enjoyed the competition. There's been some terrific swimming, some excellent stuff in this final session, indeed, over 2 days. Gives us our hope taking things forward for the rest of 2018 from all the team here that's brought you the coverage on YouTube. We hope you've enjoyed it. Always want the feedback from you. Thank you very much indeed for watching from Swim England Northeast. Myself, Bob Ballard, and the team here in Leeds. We wish you a very good bank holiday weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.